Good morning, everyone. In a slowly decaying city, social class is determined by the amount of time you spend in a virtual world called the interface. Hi, my name is Emmanuel, and I am a comic book author. Uh, Welcome to Tales from the Interface Life, a weekly show during which I share a little bit about my comic making process. If you have any question or would like to talk about anything specifically, please don't hesitate to use the chat or the comments. And I love hearing you guys, so don't be shy. Of course, likes, shares, and follows are usually appreciated and really help to promote my comic, of which I am the only promoter for. So if you guys take some time to share or like or comment, this creates some activity, and then the social media algorithm like that, and then they show it to more people, and so on and so on. So the more people engage in a post, the more seen it is. So I appreciate that very much. So thank you so much. And that's about it. So let's get started. This week, two new followers. So welcome Alexandre Benoit from Facebook, and Bloody Gore Comics from Twitch, and of course Bloody Gore Comics is the channel by Steph Dumais, a old friend of mine, and I encourage you to go check it out because it's very cool. It's all about zombies and gore and those kind of nice stuff. So if you're into horror, you should check it out. It's pretty cool. So that being said, if you've never seen this show, what I do is each week I will share my screen and show you what I'm working on. And so currently I'm working on a third book of Tales from the Interface. I'm working on the flats, which is the part of a coloring process where I put flat colors throughout the pages. And then once this is done, I will start adding shadows and highlights. So if you've never seen my book, I can show you very quickly. This is my book, my two books. So I'm working on number 3 now. And these books are available on my website and a couple of library, but mostly from me. So if you'd like a copy, go check out my website. I send them myself, and you can get a drawing inside if you like. Third book is coming very quickly, though, I hope. And when this is done, I'll be having although Kickstarter doesn't like it, I like to call it a pre-order, because to me, this is very much what it is, because as soon as I'm done with the campaign, I just send it to the printer and print it off and send it to people who ordered one. So I don't really gathers money from you guys and wait 3 years before giving you the book. Usually it's within a couple of months of your order when I do a campaign. So with that being said, let's just start. Let me start this. So this week was an update week on the website. The comics also published on my own website. So if you'd like to read the beginning, you can. It's currently on page 15 of the 6th chapter, so you can read all other 5 chapters there. Or my preferred way is really, as you see, you can order the books, and I think this is really the best way of reading the story. But you can read them online here. And also, what I do is, as you see, I show a kind of a progress video. So if you're interested in seeing how that page was built, I kind of have a glimpse here that you can see, what I struggled with, what I talked about when I was doing that. So I do that as kind of an archive. I think it's interesting. I hope people find it useful. And this is why I'm recording now, because I'm working on page 18 of the next chapter, and when page 18 is on the website, I will post this video, and then people can look at it and see, oh my god, it takes so long to do a page. Yes, it takes long to do a page. Yes, indeed. So as you see here, I've finished the first two panels, and I'm on panel 3, and when I saw that last night, I can't say, oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna wait till tomorrow to start this, because this is a big mama. I needed a fresh pair of eyes. It's a lot of details, and probably went too far. I'm still struggling on knowing the amount of detail I should put in, especially when doing crowds like that. I'm never too sure. You know, you learn as you go along. So let's just get started. To do that, I'll need a reference page. I could build out a color swatch library. I kind of started, but kind of lazied out of it because I don't know why. I do have some colors for my main characters, but I don't really use them that much. I just pick from a previous page, and that kind of works for me. Again, you know, workflows can always be improved. This is just how I do it. So I should be on the third panel. Yes, I am. I started off with a blanket kind of back color, and this is from the, you know, the main color of the book, of the panel. So I just use the main color here, and then yeah, just start from there. So if I go back to my page here, I think I got a phone call. Some people still don't know I'm doing this live every Saturday morning. I guess I need to share it more. All right. Especially my family, they should know by now. Okay, so let me see. The floor is all gray, so let me just kind of select that zone. It's a big zone. It's good to start by, you know, you just start by the biggest color patches that you can do, especially when they go under other things. Here. And you can be rough in the beginning, that's fine. Oops, we're going the wrong direction. Yeah, just, you know, lay out big patches of colors. So this wall actually is the only piece. Actually, gray would have been a better start, probably. Next, I'm gonna just go take from here. I'm just gonna check. Oh, thank you, Sachiko. Sachiko gave me a like. She's a good friend of the family. A very talented artist herself, I must say. Boop, boop, boop. See what I did here? I used a layer under to be able to spend less time selecting here. You know, I just go under and fill it out. So that's a good trick if you want to use it. So the tablecloth now. So I'll do the same thing. You see I'm under the gray zone, so I'll just go and boop, 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 and I don't need to spend a lot of time. I just fill out and that's done. And now the letters. Okay. So as you saw, when I filled this, it went everywhere, and you can easily solve that problem. See, my lines are pretty good, actually. Just that this little pixel there doesn't want to close, so just by using this little close gap functionality, you can save a lot of time. And my second preferred tool for flattening is the lasso fill, which lets you kind of select a zone and fill it out right away. Photoshop has, of course, a lasso, but for Photoshop you need to do a second step of filling instead of just selecting and filling at the same time. So, again, same tool. I could have done a gradient, a paint bucket there, and then see, I didn't think I should have used the other layer. At this point, I can merge as well these two, so I can avoid the same problem here now that they're merged. Here. You know, there's probably better ways of doing this. If you know it, you know, feel free to chime in. I'd love to get faster on this. If I could produce comic faster, that would be great. Okay. Tonight. So annoying. I wish I could stay just with the old windows, and because I really don't use any of those functionalities. Okay, somebody just gave me another like here. Who's that? Luis Roldan Torquemada. Oh, this is a guy I haven't spoken in a while. I hope you're doing well. I think he's been in my friend list for quite a while, but we don't interact too much. Let's chat. And I did something here I'm not too happy about. I kind of used black to fill the drawing here. It's okay to use black, but then I want the line, the black color, to be on its own layer, because often I would like to color the line to a different color. And if there's the way it works is if you have your color should always be lighter than the line work, or the same color, but it cannot be darker, if you follow what I mean. So let's say the shirt was black, but then my line was gray, it would look weird. So if I want to do black, I really should be only on one layer for that purpose. So yeah, I think I need to just delete this. Just put back my ink. And yeah, if you notice, my lines are kind of a mess. I could do a much better job of organizing them. And I thought I filled that up. Okay. Where's that layer? See, I'm all lost now. Okay, there it is. Okay. Just fill that in black, and then it's going to be a lot better when I change the line color, which should be usually at the next step. And what I do, although maybe I should not do that, but I don't know. So the question I'm asking myself is, changing the line color, should that be in the flattening process or in the process after? Because you kind of decide the color you want here. So changing the line, if you change your mind with the color and then the line don't match anymore, so no, don't do that. So it's better to do it in the next step. So just keep in mind, don't use black in the flats. Use black on the ink layer so that when you change that color, it won't look weird. Just double checking the feeds there. Everything looks good. Tell me if ever anything's wrong though. I don't want to look like a dumbass. Sometimes it happens like I did a whole live and nobody could hear me, and that's not very useful. So now, as you can see, I have a problem that because I only filled part of the stage. Well, if I try to fill, it's gonna stop there. There's a few ways to avoid that. One is to play around with the way that the tool works, and that takes a while. But what I prefer to do is just hide one layer, create another one, and just use that one to fill it up. To me, it's faster than trying to change the setup of the tool. You can do that too. It's you can say which layer should be used when Paint Bucket decides where to fill, that kind of thing. I think this takes forever to set up correctly, and if I start like that, probably it's okay. I think it takes a long time, so I'm not doing that. Okay, so now you see there's a bunch of little white dot here, and that's because the tool doesn't do very well in corner. You can play around again in the options, but then it will go too much. It's okay. You're gonna set it up to work correctly here, and then you're doing another panel, and then it's too much. So I just prefer to set it up at the kind of a middle level, which I did already, and then just fill those little holes afterwards. So that's pretty much it. I can go back to this, and now I can actually merge these so I don't have too many layers, which I already have too much of. All right, let's see this. Okay. I hope you guys are doing all right. Here in Quebec, the numbers of COVID cases have gone down a little bit, so this is looking kind of positive. Hopefully, although there are new strains and stuff, so I don't know how that's kind of going, but I prefer to keep a positive outlook. Hopefully, we'll get through this thing quickly. It's very hard on older people, who are lonely. Yeah, I know my mother finds it hard for sure. So I'm sure your mothers also have trouble with that. So we try to see her, but at a distance, and we haven't been able to see her recently. So, we talk on the phone, but it's not the same thing. Not sure why this was black. It shouldn't be black. All right. Devil is in the detail, as they say. Damn it. You know what? I'll just color it white at this point. I think it looked better. Just write letters directly. There you go. I guess I'll start with this edge. Okay, as you can see, it's a lot of very small detail. This panel specifically, and I probably gone overboard. I think I just not super confident with the amount of detail I should be putting in. How to make that detail? I mean, when you're doing a panel like that, how do you make how do you make something less detail? I'm just not super good at that. Hopefully, I'll figure it out. I'm kind of looking a lot at Geoff Darrow, and he kind of nails that small detail. Maybe I should just do a study of one of his pages or something. And I'll see you next year, because it's gonna take me forever. I did do a study this week. I studied Power Master Prime from Transformers. Actually, I can. I shared it on Instagram, so just go check it out. I'll just keep doing that, otherwise I'll get distracted. I'm still working on the ink, and I kind of thought maybe I could do that for this live. But then again, I mean, this needs to come out, this book. So I don't want to get too, you know, get too involved in other stuff. And I'm trying to make to finish this before kind of before April, so that I can send it to so here's how it is. In May there's the comic book festival for Montreal, the one I never miss, and this is the end of May, so I kind of need to send my stuff to the printer at the beginning of May. So that means that I need to have my campaign finished at the end of April, so that I have time to send the books off to be printed. Yeah, so that's kind of my ultimatum. I mean, it can look like I have so many months ahead of me, but you know, just seeing how much time it takes me just to this panel, I'm a little scared I'll miss my deadline. If I do, I don't know. I'm gonna be very disappointed not to have anything new to show. You know, but I will if I have to, because I won't just rush the book. Just, you know, I mean, make it crappy just because I need to have something. But you know, I'll try my best. I had to have a break for January, so that cost me a month, but it was for good reason. If you know me, you'll know why. Canada! That's right. Another reason why I wanted to do Optimus here is, you know, flat ink can be a little dull to look at, I think. You know what? Maybe I can do like continue this until 11 and then switch to Optimus. To show you a little bit of the ink work, might be interesting. I think I'll do that just to keep this show a bit more varied, because, you know, actually this would probably, you know, would take at least the whole hour to just fill out everything here. Unless somebody is telling me they're dying to see me doing all that, which I will do, but tonight. For sure this panel will be done today. Oh, there's something cool this week happening. I'll be on a interviewed in a show, and that's coming this Wednesday. I'll be sure to share it on my channel, my social channels. So look for that. It's in French, and I won't say more about who, when, but check out my page and I'll share it when it becomes live. I'm always very happy to do these interviews and talk about my process, and it's a way to maybe get discovered by people. So hopefully some people will be curious about my work once they, once they heard the interview. Oh, yeah. He's gonna be a whole yellow dude. I'm yellow. They call me Mellow Yellow. Here's my lover. Oop, not Reggie. I tried to put a lot of Easter eggs, like this is kind of Reggie from Phantasm. This is Kaneda from Akira, and then this is just my character. But sometimes it's fun to draw, like, I don't know. Here's the tall man from Phantasm as well. So it's kind of fun to put like random cameos there. I'm not sure how well it will show up because this book is not that big. I kind of optimize the format to save money for everyone. So it's 9 inches high, which is a little bit shorter than a comic, American comic. And if you're curious about why this is, it's because of the paper here. I'm not sure why comic book is that size, because it's not really a standard printing size. It's kind of its own size, and I don't know if they produce their own special paper for it or what, but it doesn't make much sense as a size. So yeah, 6x9 can be divided on a sheet of 12 by 18 easily, and that's why the printers here they like that, and it's kind of using the maximum quantity on a page. Otherwise, if I wanted to go higher, I could do a comic book, and then I'd be wasting a lot of paper, because it's the same price to print bigger than a comic book size. So if I were to print bigger, I'd probably be bigger than comic book. Why not use the maximum amount of paper that I'm allowed to for the same price, right? I don't understand. I guess, it's nice that all your collection is the same size, I guess. If you look behind me, my comic book collection is a real mess. I don't care that much that it's different size. I think it's fine. But I can understand some people wanting the same size, I guess. But to me, it's bang for the buck. I mean, what do you get? So if ever, briefly, in the end, if I were to do a bigger version, it'd be bigger than comic book size. And I've been kind of thinking about it. You know, when this is all over, when all the issues are done, I might do a collected issue on a slightly bigger paper. And my dream, you know, would be to be so that it's hardcover as well, because it's always, you know, looks the best, I think. Paper paint is. Let me see the previous page. Ah, yeah. Keep that here just in case. Okay, once this guy is done, I'll switch to Optimus. I think a change of pace might be interesting. Show different things. All right, it's done. I'll finish that tonight. Let me just close all that. And open up Optimus. Where are you? Okay. Yeah. So I was inking this guy. Just go back to my ink. Yeah, so I'm thinking, yeah, just a change of pace for the next half hour. Just to show you a bit of the inking process on this. If you want me to go back to the other thing, let me know. Actually, I printed that, the sketch lines, and I started to color it traditionally. I think it looks kind of good. I'll post it once I'm done. But of course, being digital allows me to fix a lot of stuff, so. Kind of fixing a lot of lines at the same time. It's a little bit harder on paper. The paper version also, I'm using a brush pen. And which is a little bit harder to control. It does create an interesting line though. Ah, another like. Hey Kev, how you doing? Yeah, I'm back slowly. I'm just getting back into things. Thanks for the like. So I kind of like this drawing because although it's, it's nowhere near perfect. The feel is there. I mean, almost feel like something Gandhi Tartakovsky would do. So I mean, the perspective is a little off, but it does feel uh, dynamic and interesting. That's kind of why I wanted to study it. I changed it a little bit and fixed some of the stuff that I didn't like from the original. Actually, I can pull that up and you can see what I did. Is the reference. So this is the reference. See, the legs are more shorter. It's kind of seen more from the top, I guess, but I prefer to keep it a little bit longer. And my doorbell is ringing. I'm not sure why. I'm sorry, I'm gonna need to pause here. live là. Dans 15 minutes, j'ai fini. Qu'est-ce qui se passe?
La télé, elle a fermé.
Elle a fermé. Peux-tu le distraire pendant quelques minutes? Alright. Alright guys, I'm gonna have to cut this short. Sorry about that. I have some stuff to do. But thank you so much for coming by and watching me draw for this hour. As always, like, follow, shares is super appreciated. I thank you for being here. And I'll be online, so don't hesitate to reach out. And we'll chat and we'll talk and we'll have a jolly good time. With that being said, I'll see you around the interface. Bye.